Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Aries for the month of March. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, Aries, I do not offer personal readings. So if you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me. I also only have one Instagram. It's linked below. Make sure to use the link in the description if you do follow me on Instagram. And do not follow anyone else. I also do exclusive content there, so definitely give me a follow. But let's see what we have here for you. And if you do watch my content regularly, or even if this is just the first time that you are watching me, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. All right, let's go ahead and make sure everything's in view here, Aries, and then we'll get right into it. All right, I think that looks looking good to me. We'll put the deck right here and let's get into it. So Aries, it looks like right now, some of you are working past a potential challenge in the workplace. You may have recently gone through something challenging with a colleague or with something else relating to your financial situation, maybe your career situation. I'll get into that more as we go along. But what's great here is the clouds are absolutely clearing for you in the future. And it looks like you're ready to take something to the next level. So in the middle position here, so this is your sort of overall message. You have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is about growth and expansion. It is about taking something to the next level. And this is considered to be a very good card. This is the initial win in the suit of Wands. And so it says that, you know, small wins stack up to big wins over time. And not only that, but you can see this person here, they're looking out to the distance. They're looking out to the horizon and they're thinking, I have the entire ocean in front of me. And it's sort of getting that like far away look in your eye and thinking, you know, some of you may be even thinking about going on an adventure or traveling for work or just traveling generally. But, you know, this is about growth and expansion happening in your life. And what I like here is this is paired with another three. And so that can represent Trinity, unity, working together with others, teamwork, anything like that happening here. And so I definitely like to see that. And I think some of you, whatever's been going on here in the past, this month may feel like things are finally starting to kind of turn around, I would say. So in the past, you have the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords, challenging cards, okay? Or they can be. The Two of Swords represents, I'm going to give you a positive take and maybe a challenging take. The Two of Swords can represent an injustice happening in your life. Literally, if someone is not treating you well, this Two of Swords can come forward, leaving you feeling blindfolded, like, wow, why did they do that? Why did they act like that? And this could also be relating to communication because swords is the suit of communication. So if we put this together, the Seven of Swords can represent backstabbing. It comes forward oftentimes for me in a career reading when maybe teammates are talking, especially because you have this Three of Pentacles, when maybe someone's starting rumors about you or someone talking behind your back, anything like that, gossiping. And so this is a classic combination, especially with the Three of Pentacles, of somebody maybe undermining you, gossiping. And so I do feel like maybe some of you have been dealing with that. There may have even been a war of words between you and another person here. As you see, these two swords can represent emotional daggers being thrown between you and another person, leaving you feeling blindfolded. But here's the thing. You could also flip this around and say, you don't see the full picture of what's happening. Some of you may not have the full picture. And let me explain. The Seven of Swords, in a more positive way, can talk about needing to build a game plan, needing to have a strategy. This person didn't steal the swords without having a strategy in hand. And so for you, what could be going on here is you're charging into something without having all the facts. Okay, you're not able to see here. You're blindfolded. And so with the Seven of Swords influence, some of you may want to start strategizing. And so some of you may have recognized that you didn't have all of the knowledge, all of the information that you needed. You were not able to see clearly. And I think that for some of you, this has led to maybe building a strategy, building a plan of action. And now that you have this framework, you're really taking it to the next level here with the Three of Wands. So it really depends on what situation you find yourself in. But you do have my classic combination of gossiping, not just the Two of Swords, not just the Seven of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, but also the Four of Cups, okay? And here's the thing. The Four of Cups is boredom. This is apathy. And the problem is when people get bored, it leads us to do toxic things sometimes, not always, but when we are bored, that may lead people to talk about you, spread rumors, do whatever the case may be, because right now the reality is that this situation is not ideal for them. They are not moving forward, especially if someone's bored and they see someone else succeeding, which you see here with the Three of Pentacles and you see with the Three of Wands. They may start to stir the pot, okay? And the Three of Pentacles is about being rewarded and recognized for some sort of quality job you've done. It's also your teammates, your team environment, and teamwork. And so again, putting this all together, I think there have been issues with teammates. I do feel like be careful of people who are bored. It's very challenging to deal with that. And I've seen it play time and time again play out where when people are bored, they stir the pot. And yeah, it's just a classic combination. So let's go ahead and get some clarity. Move up the pyramid here. So you have the King of Cups, you have the Three of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Moon. Okay, so the Moon can represent an emotionally charged situation. You're just getting the confirmation after confirmation here. It can represent an emotionally charged situation. It can represent deception. So can the Seven of Swords represent deception. Now you have this Three of Pentacles, or this Three of Cups, which is your social circle. It's in the detriment. It could be a third-party situation, someone spreading gossip or whatever the case may be with the Three of Pentacles and this Three of Cups. And so this is the thing. You know what this is an interesting sort of message that I'm getting in my mind here. I don't know if this is going to relate to everybody, but you see the people sort of communing, having a good time, joy. And then you have this Two of Pentacles here, this referring to money that may be juggling right now, like fluctuating or juggling wealth, changes in wealth, changes in money. What may be going on here is somebody's maybe talking about a job raise. Like you may have gotten a job raise and then people are like talking about like, why did you get the job raise? Why didn't I get the job raise? Or there may be some sort of like chatter, like office chatter going on around money. Like how is money being distributed? How is money coming in and out? All of these sorts of things relating to the job. And again, that's very specific, but I do feel like maybe some of you are dealing with this. What's interesting here is as well is you have this King of Cups, which the King of Cups person, they lead from a place of emotion. They lead from the heart space. The challenging part is that it is paired with the Two of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Three of Cups. So in the detriment for the King of Cups, they can be somebody who is an emotionally abusive person. And, you know, I don't throw that word around lightly, but they can be in the detriment, or I don't throw that phrase around lightly, but that is certainly emotionally manipulative, I think is probably the better term. Hopefully, if you're in an emotionally abusive situation at work, you know, you're given an opportunity to put yourself in a better position by going somewhere else. I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, this is more about emotional manipulation. I sort of misspoke there, but it can be abusive depending if it's a relationship. But you have the Moon as well. Like I said, the thing is, this is temporary deceptions or temporary situations. So we have, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, we have challenging information and energy here. Let's see if it gets better. We have the Devil, the Hermit, and the World. Okay, well, like I said at the beginning of this, I do see it clearing. I do see this clearing for you. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, remember, you have this Three of Pentacles, you have this Three of Wands at the base here, really pulling this together. The World indicates the completion of a cycle. Okay, it's a very positive card. It's some sort of big victory. You can see that this person is literally at the top of the world. They have just completed something huge. And it's Saturn energy. So Saturn rewards you for hard work. Again, chapters ending, chapters beginning when you get the World card. Also, take a note here that all three of these cards are major arcana, right? And so these are major themes developing in your life. So I feel like this is going to start to get better, especially if you're in this. This is a challenging reading. The devil is a card of our shadows, right? And we've been talking about shadows this whole time. Gossiping is a shadow energy. It is not something that we should be doing, although it is very easy to fall into that, right? And so I don't know if it's the boss figure, I don't know if it's just colleagues, but there's some sort of challenge here. This can also come up with issues around power and control. There could be someone who's using their power to control a situation, or they're standing in the workplace to control you or control a situation. The Hermit represents isolation, like being on your own. Good and bad, right? It can be good to isolate yourself from the world and kind of find the answers within, but it can also be challenging if you isolate for too long. And this is also somebody who's potentially becoming wise, right? And they're building knowledge, building their skill set. So let's see what else we have here. You have the Temperance card. Wow, big energies here. Another major arcana. And the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I mean, look, all of the last 5 cards, not including the Moon, all of these cards, these five last cards have been major arcanas, okay? So these are big themes in your life. I love that we get the Temperance card. I love that we get the Wheel of Fortune. The Temperance card comes before the Devil, and it says if you do not have patience, that could spill into Devil energy. Temperance card really does push you to have patience, to have balance, to attain moderation in your life, to balance out your fire and your water, and sort of juggling something, and sort of like juggle something here, like juggle the I kind of just said what I meant to say, the fire and the water aspect of yourself. As you can see that they're doing, mix and combine is also what I was trying to say. So it can represent alchemy, a certain type of alchemy. But you have this Wheel of Fortune as well, which is a positive change in luck, a positive change in good fortune and destiny, your destiny arriving. But when you get the Wheel of Fortune, there's an undoubtedly there's a large amount of change happening. Same with the world, right? The world's change is completions. The Wheel of Fortune is about luck, fate, and destiny. And so again, I see this clearing here. I see this clearing for you in a big way. Let's see what is at the top of the pyramid. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so if there's rumors and discussions going on around money in the workplace, I'd be patient, okay? I would keep doing the good work that you're doing here with the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, the Hermit, with the Temperance, and the Wheel of Fortune, the world. There are some very good things here. I would keep doing the good work that you're doing, because you could get seriously rewarded here. The 10 of Pentacles is the last card in the suit of Pentacles, meaning you've attained some sort of harvest in your life. Always a good sign. It also is a card of building your empire, building your legacy, and not only setting yourself up for success, but also your family up for success, and your children and your children's children up for success. And so it's that type of energy. You then also here on the bottom, you have the Lovers, an important choice to make in your life. And I think in your career, some of you may take the money, some of you may go to a new place. There is a change here, there's a completion here, and there's also some challenging energy from another person in the past here, or maybe what's been going on for you in your career. And so some of you Aries, I feel like, are going to say, you know what, I'm going to take my money, I'm going to take my bag, I'm going to go somewhere else, that I'm going to go to a place that supports me more and appreciates the work that I do. So overall, I think this is pretty good, especially as we end it with those 5 cards, really, or this, so 6 cards. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, feel free to sign up for my email list, and I will see you in the next reading.